We all want to be loved. And somewhere along the way, we were taught that to be loved, we must chase, pursue someone, prove ourselves, earn their affection through effort and persistence. But love doesn't work like that. The more you run after it, the more it slips through your hands. Because true love doesn't need to be forced. It doesn't come from performing, pleasing, or pushing. It comes from becoming someone who is whole, calm, and grounded enough to attract the kind of love that doesn't need to be chased. This is not a story about chasing someone. It's a story about returning to yourself and letting love meet you there. We were taught to chase love. From a young age, we were taught to be proactive and go after what we want, as if everything worth having in life must be fought for. So naturally, love gets treated the same way. If you like someone, you should chase them. Be sincere, persistent, show up, give it your all, and eventually they'll be moved, and they'll love you back. But have you noticed? Touching someone's heart doesn't mean they'll fall for you, and trying harder doesn't always bring them closer. Some relationships feel unreachable no matter how much effort you give. Some love pulls away the more tightly you hold on. This isn't because love is unfair. It's because true love is not chased but attracted. 2. Real connection comes from natural closeness. Have you ever met someone who drew closer to you even when you did nothing special? They wanted to get to know you, be around you, support you simply because of who you are, not because of how hard you tried to impress them. That's the power of attraction, not superficial charm, but the deep energy you radiate when you're truly yourself. Confucius said, "A gentleman does not promote someone just because of their words, nor reject words just because of the person." In other words, true value isn't about show, it's about substance. People are drawn to who you are, not who you pretend to be. And when you're living as your most grounded, authentic self, the right people will feel it, even without you saying a word. 3. The more you chase, the more you reveal your emptiness. We chase because we're afraid. Afraid to miss out, to be rejected, to not be good enough. So we push, perform, prove. But the more we chase, the more we broadcast our neediness. You chase, and they instinctively step back. You over-explain, overgive, overextend, and still feel like it's not enough. Why? Because it's not love you're offering, it's validation seeking. Confucius said, "The noble person seeks it in themselves. The petty person seeks it in others." True strength comes from within. If you want better relationships, don't chase others. Build yourself. 4. Love is a natural response, not a strategy. People often ask, "What should I do if the one I love doesn't love me back?" My answer, stop chasing. Don't stop loving, but stop losing yourself in the process. Love is not a negotiation, not a trade, and not a prize for effort. It's a mutual response, a natural flow between two open hearts. Confucius once said, "The wise delight in water, the kind delight in mountains." Everyone is drawn to different things. You don't force the mountain to chase the river. You don't ask the river to stop flowing. When two energies match, they move toward each other, naturally. No pushing, no proving. That's love. 5. Stop trying to get someone. Start becoming someone. Many of us spend years looking for the right person, but few ask, am I becoming the kind of person that the right person would love? When you shift your focus from chasing someone to becoming someone, everything changes. You start reading, moving your body, nurturing your mind, You stop centering your world around romantic validation. You stop trying to be liked and start liking yourself. And slowly you build a quiet confidence. That's when people start to notice you, not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. Love isn't about catching someone. It's about becoming someone who no longer needs to chase. 6. Love feels like home when you can be yourself. Look at couples who are truly at peace. They're not playing games. They're not trying to control or fix each other. They simply meet each other as they are, fully, honestly, calmly. That is real love. You don't sacrifice yourself to stay. You don't chase to feel worthy. You love yourself so well. You naturally attract someone who can love you well too. Confucius said, "The kind person loves others." And before you can love others, you must first be kind to yourself. 7. The best love doesn't need to be chased. So remember this. The love that stays doesn't come from chasing, begging, or proving. It comes when you are no longer desperate because you're finally enough for yourself. True love comes to those who are already full. It comes to those who are busy becoming, not just seeking. While you're walking your own path, while you're becoming someone you're proud of, someone will meet you halfway, quietly, naturally. No chase, no pressure, just this gentle knowing. I've been here becoming myself. And you arrived right on time. So don't worry about chasing the right person. Worry about becoming the kind of person who no longer needs to chase. Because when you're at peace with who you are, when you're walking your own path, growing in your own way, love won't feel like a pursuit. It will feel like recognition, not a race, not a game, just two people meeting at the right time, because they were finally ready to meet themselves. True love begins when you stop running and simply become someone worth arriving to.